Hi, it's Tony from Tony's Cabin. I'm doing something different today for Christmas for you guys. It's a story, okay? And this is by Black and White Storybook. As we commence, let's go. They say a good dog knows when his time is up. I knew. But when I saw the old man stumble alone into that white out blizzard, I knew his time was coming too, unless I got up. My name is Buster. For 14 years, I've been the eyes, ears, and teeth of this farm. I've moved thousands of cattle and chased off more coyotes than I can count. But tonight my hips felt like they were packed with crushed gravel. My muzzle was gray, my left eye was clouded with a blue haze. It was Christmas Eve inside the farmhouse. The air smelled of pine needles, roast turkey, and safety. The old man's son Jack was home from the city with his wife and kids, loud, happy, and blissful, unaware. I lay on a rug by the wood stove, trying to soak up enough warmth into my bones to last the night. The old man sat in the recliner, staring out the window, not at the Christmas lights glowing in the snow, but past them. The wind howled, rattling the window panes. Then we heard it, a dull thud. Then a frantic bawling of a calf. The wind had blown the nursery door wide open. The old man groaned as he stood, his knees popping just like mine. He reached for his heavy canvas coat and battered hat. "Dad, sit down," Jack said, barely looking up from his phone. "It's 10 below out there. The stock will be fine until morning." The old man didn't argue. He never did. He zipped his coat. "Calves will freeze in an hour with this wind," he rasped. "Go back to your eggnog." The back door opened. The storm forced its way inside, scattering snow across the kitchen floor. I shouldn't have moved. My body begged me to stay. "You're tired, Buster. You earned your rest." But when I saw the old man's boots disappear into the white void, his small and fragile, he looked. I didn't decide to get up. My blood decided for me. I forced my legs to work, slipped out of the door before it slammed shut. The cold hit me like a punch. I couldn't see the barn, but I could smell the herd's fear. Nose down, I followed the old man's tracks. I caught up to him halfway there. He was fighting the wind, barely staying upright. He felt my nose against his glove. He looked down, his eyebrows already rimmed with ice. "Go back, boy. You're too old for this." I barked once. "Not tonight, boss." We reached the barn. The sliding door slammed against the frame. Snow piling inside, calves bawling in terror. The old man pulled at the door, but it was frozen solid. His boots slipped. He went down hard. Clutching his chest, I didn't wait. I jammed my shoulder into that gap, clawing, digging in the frozen mud, growling as I pushed. He pulled. Man and dog, just like always. With a scream of metal, the door slid shut. The latch clicked. The barn fell silent except for the storm outside and a heavy breath of cattle. The old man slumped against the The old man stumped against the hay bale, and reached out with a shaking hand to scratch my ears. "We're a pair of old fools, aren't we, Buster?" he whispered. I leaned into him, shivering from the cold and effort, but I stood tall. I was on duty. The walk back was worse. The adrenaline faded, leaving only pain. Halfway to the house, the old man stumbled, grabbing the fence post as snow swallowed us up whole. I barked, sharply commanding, "Move! Don't quit on me." He nodded and grabbed me at my collar for balance. All right. We reached the We reached the porch just as the door flew open. Jack rushed out, flashlight shaking, face pale. He pulled his father inside. Minutes later, the house was calm again. The old man was wrapped up in a quilt, coffee steaming in his hands. I lay in my rug, my hips burning. I knew tomorrow would be worse. Maybe it would be better. Or maybe it would never be better. Jack looked at his father, to me, eyes wet. You could have died out there, Dad. Over a couple calves." The old man looked down at me. I thumped my tail once, weak but present. "It's not about the calves," he said quietly. "It's about the promise. You care for the land, and it cares for you. You don't clock out just because it's Christmas." He rested his arm on my head, and besides, he said softly, I wasn't alone. The lesson. We live in a world that loves the easy path. One that disregards what grows old, worn, or difficult. But remember, the ones who don't stop, the farmers who fought the frost, the old dogs who fought the pain, the ones who understand that love isn't something you post, it's something you do, even when the storm is howling. Hold your loved ones close, and if you have an old dog sleeping at your feet tonight, give them an extra pat. They'd walk through hell for you. Make sure you know they're worth it. Merry Christmas from the barn and from the cabin. Merry Christmas, people. Tell the truth, shame the devil. This is Tony from Tony's Cabin and Sammy the Wonder Dog. Night now.